Story 1. The Church in the Woods. There's a place just outside my hometown that locals refuse to talk about. A crumbling old church deep in the woods. No roads leading to it, just a vague path barely visible even in daylight. Rumor was it was abandoned in the 70s after a fire during a midnight mass killed several people. A buddy and I decided to check it out on a dare. We went at night. Bad idea. After an hour of hiking through overgrown trails, we found it. The church was barely standing, roof partially caved in, windows shattered. We stepped inside with only our phone flashlights. Immediately, the air felt wrong, heavy, like breathing through wet wool. We started hearing whispers. At first, we thought it was the wind. Then we realized the whispers were coming from inside, near the altar. We turned our lights toward it and saw someone, a figure in robes, kneeling and rocking back and forth. We froze. Then it stood up. We ran. I mean full sprint, crashing through trees and brush, not even caring where the trail was anymore. The thing didn't chase us, but we could hear it behind us, whispering louder and louder until the voices sounded like they were in our ears. We never went back. A week later, my friend found scratch marks on his back, 3 long, thin gouges down his spine. He swore he didn't do it. I believe him. Story 2. The Locked-Up Farmhouse. When I was 17, my friends and I broke into an old farmhouse on the outskirts of town. It had been boarded up for decades, windows sealed, doors chained shut. We went in through a broken cellar window. Inside, everything was covered in dust, but oddly intact. Plates still on the table, furniture untouched. It was like the family had just disappeared. But what was weirdest, everything was bolted shut from the inside. We explored for about 20 minutes before we started hearing banging upstairs, like someone stomping back and forth. We thought maybe it was raccoons or something, until we heard footsteps come down the stairs. We hid. I remember lying under a moldy couch, holding my breath, while the footsteps moved slowly across the floor. Then, they stopped, right in front of the couch. Silence. Then a whisper, right in my ear. "Why are you in my house?" I screamed and bolted. So did everyone else. We didn't stop until we were back in the car, gasping and panicking. One of my friends had a nosebleed and didn't even realize it. The next day, we went back, just to see it in daylight. But the farmhouse was gone. Nothing but an empty field. We still have the pictures on our phones from the night before. That house was real. Story 3. The Tunnel. There's a drainage tunnel near my college that runs for nearly a mile under the town. People say it's haunted, but more than that, it's wrong. Like something about the architecture just doesn't make sense. People go in and get lost for hours. A few never came out. I went in with a friend for a video project. We brought flashlights, chalk to mark our path, and a backup battery. 10 minutes in, we started seeing graffiti, names scratched into the walls, dozens of them. We marked the wall and kept walking. Then we heard someone ahead, a girl crying. We called out. No answer, just more sobbing. We kept walking. The crying got louder, but we never got closer. Finally, we turned around. Our chalk marks were gone. Then we saw our names scratched into the wall, just like the others. Neither of us had written them. We ran, completely panicked, stumbling in the dark. Eventually, we saw light and emerged near the edge of town. We had been inside for 45 minutes, but our phones said it had been over 3 hours. A week later, the tunnel entrance was sealed with concrete. No explanation, no warning.